Good evening, you're watching India Prime with me, Sana Khan. On tonight's show, we talk about the rise and fall of a party that was heralded in the Indian political scene with much fanfare, the Aam Aadmi Party. This was in 2013, the party fighting the elections for the first time in the state of Delhi and had won an impressive 28 out of 70 seats. After a short-lived stint in power, the party was swept back to power in 2015, this time with a staggering 67 of the 70 seats in the assembly. It was seen as an arrival of a political force that belonged to the common man, minus any political legacy. Somewhere along the line, the bubble seems to have burst. In Goa Assembly elections recently, the party lost deposits in 38 out of the 39 seats that it contested in. Seen as a strong contender to form the government in Punjab, it ended up with a mere 22 seats in alliance with another party there. Clearly, the writing was on the wall. The party was losing support among the public and losing it fast. Earlier today, the party was routed in the Rajouri Garden Assembly, losing deposits in the elections. For our viewers, losing deposit means getting votes that is less than 1/8 of the total electorate. The winning party, BJP, got 52% of the votes, and the Congress party, that Aam Aadmi Party, had displaced from power, finishing a strong second. In many ways, it is an opportunity lost and probably forever. We take this forward. We talk about really what went wrong. Joining me on the broadcast this evening is Prerna Singh, spokesperson of the Congress Party. We're also hoping to be joined in by the BJP spokesperson in just a bit, Nupur Sharma. But right now in the studio with me is Anupam. He's a spokesperson of the Swaraj India. Now, let me start by talking to you, Anupam. Now, you've been associated with the Aam Aadmi Party. You know, take us through the election results today, and when you thought it was the right time perhaps to break away from the party, what did you see not going right?
Yeah, the results of the bypoll which have come out today are actually a reflection of something larger in Delhi, in the politics of Delhi. A party which got such a huge mandate just a couple of years ago, won 67 out of 70 seats. The party, the ruling party, its vote bank slides down to 13% from 47% just in a couple of months, and the party is not even able to secure its deposit.
Right.
So it is a statement, and the statement is, you know what, the anger against the Aam Aadmi Party today in Delhi is as much as there was anger against the Akali Dal, the Badals in Punjab.
Okay.
During these Punjab elections. I travel in nooks and corners of Delhi, meet people, talk to everyone. The unpopularity of Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi is no less than how much unpopularity.
You see a stark similarity there.
I see a stark similarity. The only thing worth mentioning is that the Badals took 10 years to reach that level. This government has taken only a couple of years, 2 years to reach there.
Right.
And you know, this is symptomatic of actually something which the party has been doing in the last 2 years. You know, the party, the day it allocates 526 crores for its own publicity budget, the intentions are very clear. Howsoever it goes on to spend, the allocation, merely the allocation goes on to show the intent. And when the CAG indicts the government for spending at least 80% of the publicity budget outside Delhi, it then goes on to show what the government is doing.
Right.
When Arvind Kejriwal hires a lawyer for 3 crores 86 lakhs.
Right.
For a case.
So we'll talk about the factors, what you think, or which may have played a huge role perhaps in the outcome of these elections, and also looking ahead in the MCD polls that are coming up. But let me go across to Congress's Prerna Singh. Now, Prerna, first of all, thanks so much for joining us this evening. The Congress appears to be in a comeback mode here, gaining the trust of its voters. Do you see this as a larger trend, perhaps? How do you read the Congress's performance?
See, you know, we got around 9% vote in the last assembly elections, and today in this we got 38% votes. People of Delhi are smart enough to understand Arvind Kejriwal and his party made all the false promises before coming into power, and today what he has done to Delhi is not hidden from anyone. He has spent more than 900 crores in Punjab elections, which he is supposed to return to Delhi now. He is paying government's money, more than 3 crores to a lawyer. He has spent more than 500 crores on his own publicity. People of Delhi are intelligent. They know what they want, and they have given a reply to Arvind Kejriwal's false promises. And they have also set an example that you can come into power once by making such promises, but you cannot stay in power. People can be fooled once, but not again and again.
Right.
And their position is going to get worse in the MCD elections.
Okay, Prerna Singh, got your point. Let me also get in Smita Gupta, Associate Editor of The Hindu. She's over the phone line with us. Smita, you know, it seems clear now, looking at what happened today and looking ahead at the MCD polls, looking at the performance of AAP, according to you, what are the factors? Is it one factor or a combination of many that have resulted in this? What's really wrong with the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, I think really it's a combination of factors. One is that the optics are all wrong. We have just seen the BJP, sort of sweep UP. We have seen the Aam Aadmi Party reduced to, the number, not being able to win in Punjab. It's losing its deposits in Goa. So it looks like a loser. So that is number one. Number two, I think the Aam Aadmi Party had come to power and had come into prominence largely because people were fed up with politics as usual. People were looking for a different sort of political party, and the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Kejriwal seemed to fit that mold. But in his 2 years in power, somehow, the constant confrontation with the BJP has not really enhanced his image. Secondly, even though there have been things that people do appreciate in Delhi, for instance, the electricity bills coming down or those mobile clinics, etc., somehow the overwhelming image or the lasting image of the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi is one of confrontation with the centre. It doesn't look like a party that is able to govern for whatever reason, partly because of Mr. Kejriwal's own image. So I think it's a combination of many factors. Plus, just as I said, that the BJP's performance in the recent assembly elections has given it a fillip in Delhi, despite the fact that the MCD, which it controlled, everybody knows it had a very negative image, but the BJP has got around it partially because of the results, partially because it's changed a majority of its candidates.
Right.
The Congress has also been working quite hard over the last couple of years here. So I think it's a combination of factors that has resulted in, the Aam Aadmi's performance today.
Absolutely.
I mean, the result which came
if you look at the bi-poll result, really, it hints at new political trends in Delhi, the coming back of the Congress party, the control, the BJP's popularity, it still remains. But now the downfall of the Aam Aadmi Party, I think, is one of the biggest results that we've seen as far as the bi-poll results are concerned. Anupam, come to you. Who is responsible for this? We talked about factors, we talked about scandals that the party has been going through. Who, according to you, is responsible for all this?
When the Aam Aadmi Party was formed and when it got such a huge public support, the core to the support was that the party was formed to challenge the existing political culture. Broadly, the three tenets of transparency, accountability,
the distinction was clear.
Inner party democracy. It was a party which would practice all such foundations in its organization.
Yes.
But when you talk of transparency, we do not know who all are donating to the Aam Aadmi Party today. The donation list is not public, which was one of the prime reasons why many people joined the Aam Aadmi Party, supported the Aam Aadmi Party, rallied along with the party. Then comes accountability. Now, for a party which was born out of the Lokpal movement, the party, when it reached the assembly where it was supposed to pass the Lokpal, it actually made a Jogpal out of Lokpal, which we protested against.
Right.
not only did it made a Jogpal out of Lokpal, the party removed its own Lokpal. And then when it comes to inner party democracy, you know, the world knows what a joke has been made out of inner party democracy in Aam Aadmi Party. These are basically the principles and the internal democratic institutions which the party was supposed to work on, which got crumbled, which got destroyed when the party went down. And
so you're saying it's collective responsibility?
It's of course the responsibility of the leader in a political party, but there is nothing called a party today in the Aam Aadmi Party. There's a leader and there's thousands of supporters rallying along with him, not at least not for these principles, but maybe for power, because they have 67, 66 seats in the assembly.
I'm being told Nupur Sharma of the BJP is also now live with us. Nupur, thanks for joining us. Let's start by talking about the Rajouri Garden victory. What does the BJP have to say on what we've seen today?
You know, this is actually a reposition of faith by the electorate of Delhi, by the citizens of Delhi, into talk and work about development, and not just rubbish talk. I'm sorry to use this flowery language on television, but the reality is that, you could say once bitten, twice shy. In case of Delhi, twice bitten, thrice shy. And never in Indian electoral history have we seen that a ruling party in power has lost its deposit in a bi-poll election. So I think this has sent a very resounding message to the ruling party in Delhi, being Aam Aadmi Party. And secondly, even as far as the Congress is concerned, the Rajouri Garden constituency is the home constituency of the state president, being Mr. Ajay Markan. And on his own booth, where his residential address is, the Congress came third. So I would say that this is perhaps a reposition of faith in the policies of development of Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, and the working attitude and the policy of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Mr. Amit Shah. And I say that through you, we are thankful to the electorate of Delhi for coming back to us and telling us that we are their preferred choice, and it's definitely a shot in the arm for us for MCD elections 10 days from now.
Absolutely. You know, a shot in the arm clearly for the BJP. But let me take this to Prerna Singh of the Congress. Prerna, you know, when we talk about 2013, you backed the Aam Aadmi Party, you backed Arvind Kejriwal, clearly sensing some sort of public support with the man over there. But from 2013 to 17, the party has lost deposit. What do you think has led to that dramatic change, even though this, you know, today's election result seems to have reposed some faith of Delhiites on the Congress party?
See, people showed some support to Aam Aadmi Party initially, and keeping that in mind, we thought of giving him support and at least giving him a chance of forming the government. He ran away in 49 days. People again gave him the mandate, and he won 67 seats in entire Delhi with almost 48% to 50% of total vote margin. He could not fulfill even a single promise he made in those elections. He has been in news for all the wrong reasons. In between, without looking after Delhi, he ran to Punjab and Goa. People of Delhi were dying of dengue and other diseases, and none of the Aam Aadmi Party legislator or the CM himself was bothered. People of Delhi have seen him working in last 2.5 years, and they no longer have confidence in a man who does not even know what he wants to do. He wants to be the Chief Minister of Delhi, he wants to be the Chief Minister of Punjab, he wants to be the Chief Minister of Goa. When he loses in all the other states, he comes back and he again starts talking about Delhi, and he again starts, you know, making false promises like if other parties will come into BJP, electricity and water rates will go high. How is that possible?
Right.
They are doing a politics of lies. Not even a single promise he made he could fulfill that, and people of Delhi are aware what he is doing.
Okay, okay. Point taken. Ms. Smita Gupta, coming to you. Talking about Arvind Kejriwal, you know, his downhill slide seems to have been sharp, decisive and sudden. Is this the failure of the personality, Arvind Kejriwal?
You know, I'll just take you back to something the Aam Aadmi representatives talked about. He talked about how the party had come to power on these principles of inner party democracy, transparency, accountability, so on. Now, when a party sets such standards for itself, people tend to judge that party also by those standards. And I think that's where Mr. Kejriwal has faltered. He has been quick to, accuse his enemies, but he himself has not, taken on board accusations from the other side. Inner party democracy, we have seen, has been a real sham in the party. People who moved to the Swaraj party, people like Prashant Bhushan, Yogendra Yadav, people like that, who gave some intellectual ballast to the Aam Aadmi party, they were shunted out for whatever.
In fact, Smita, Anupam, who's with me in the studio, he's a spokesperson of Swaraj India. I think, you got that wrong. Yeah.
From the Swaraj party. Yeah, so I was taking off from what he said, and I'm saying that people like Mr. Yogendra Yadav or Mr. Prashant Bhushan and others like him, others like them, who lent some intellectual ballast to the party, who were credible spokespersons, they were all shunted out for good or bad reasons. I'm not commenting. And so he was left, apart from Manish Sisodia, a large number of the legislators who are with him have unsavory reputations. So, I mean, how are they any different from the kind of politicians the Aam Aadmi party had said that it would replace, So I think they lost the credibility. Mr. Kejriwal particularly has lost that credibility that he came with.
Okay, Smita. Point taken. Do stay with me. Anupam, coming back to you, do you think Arvind Kejriwal overestimated his popularity and the kind of support he thought he got at that time, and perhaps he thought he could carry it forward, which clearly he wasn't able to? We saw it in Punjab, we saw it in Goa.
The party could have carried it forward. I do not doubt that. The manner in which in 2013 the Aam Aadmi party suddenly erupted on the scene, it was a surprise for the whole world. And the manner in which in 2015 assembly elections we saw the result, it was again a second surprise.
Right.
So Aam Aadmi party could easily had been a real alternative to all other parties.
I mean, he was the fifth most mentioned person on social media at that time, when the party came.
And it was not only about an individual, it was about a party then. Today, it's not about a party. There is nothing called a party. There is just a name, Aam Aadmi Party, and it signifies just one person. That is the fault which lies with the party.
Okay.
As far as the politics of Delhi goes, Sana, there is no denying the fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party is set out on a war against the Aam Aadmi Party. The BJP wants to kill the Aam Aadmi Party for, of course, political reasons. Kill the Aam Aadmi Party.
Right.
But the Aam Aadmi Party is all set to commit suicide before it gets killed.
Right.
That's the problem with the Aam Aadmi.
Let's in fact take this to the BJP and see how they'd like to react to this. Nupur, if I could come to you, would you like to react to what Anupam of the Swaraj India party has just said?
That might be his assessment of the things as they're going, but we've got better things to do and much more important things to do. The Bharatiya Janata Party was blessed by the people of India, and we were put in power in 2014. And since 2014, there have been 17 elections, and BJP has won 14 out of 17. And I think for us, India is a big country, and we are responsible for, and we are also accountable for the promises that we've made, and we are quite determined to deliver on the promises that we've made in our manifestos. Aam Aadmi Party is obviously a state aspect of Delhi, but I would say that we've got bigger things on our platter than killing a political party. They have a democratic right to contest elections.
I mean,
but let me just obviously say that if empty vessels make more noise, with all those promises of freebies, of ye muft, wo maaf, or ye half and all that, and not delivering at all, and also being callous enough that all the ministers in the cabinet of Delhi were away when people were dying in Delhi last year, and eating samosas and tea worth 1 crore and eating 16,000 rupee per plate food, a meal worth 16,000 rupees, while people are dying in cold and harsh weather in Delhi. I think the Delhi citizens are very sharp. They know what they're doing, and they can see which party is there for their own personal benefit and considers the public exchequer to be their private fiefdom, and which party is out there to deliver on their promises made in the manifesto. And that's exactly what the Delhi citizenry has voted for in this Rajouri government.
All right. If Anupam is to be believed, the BJP won't have to do much because the Aam Aadmi Party is set out, to make sure of its own demise as far as its political fortunes are concerned. In fact, let's just pause for a moment and play out some of the sound bites, some of the reactions over the course of time from Arvind Kejriwal that have been rather controversial, perhaps have hurt his party in ways more than one.
In 18 EVM में किसी का भी बटन दबाओ वोट बीजेपी को जा रहा था और उस टाइम भी चुनाव आयोग ने कहा था गड़बड़ी है, हमने कहा था ये गड़बड़ी नहीं है, उस ईवीएम का सॉफ्टवेयर बदल दिया गया है। इसकी जांच करने के लिए चुनाव आयोग बिल्कुल तैयार नहीं है। अब तो ये शक होने लगा है कि ये चुनाव आयोग के इशारों पे तो नहीं हो रहा है।
इसी वजह से ये बुरी तरह से बौखलाए हुए हैं, गुस्से में हैं, हताश हैं। ये किसी भी हद तक जा सकते हैं, हमें मरवा भी सकते हैं, ये मुझे भी मरवा सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। ये अपने अपने परिवार में बात कर लो, अगर कुर्बानी देने के लिए तैयार हो। जेल तो बहुत छोटी चीज़ है, जेल तो मुझे लगता है सबको जाना ही पड़ेगा, ये क्लियर है। सारे एमएलएस को जेल जाना पड़ेगा और कई बार जाना पड़ेगा। जेल के साथ साथ आपका कुछ भी हो सकता है।
All right, Smita, if I can come to you, we've heard these statements in the past from Arvind Kejriwal, his other party members. We've also seen so many scandals come up in the recent past. Talking about these upcoming MCD elections, increasingly they're becoming like a do-or-die battle for him.
They have, because number one, in the last election, the election that he won 67 out of 70 seats, which is really like a huge number. Secondly, the MCD has been controlled by the BJP, so it's not that he's in power in the MCD. So therefore, he should, he should have been able to ride on the back of his victory, be able to challenge the anti-incumbency of the BJP in the MCD to, win the MCD polls. But of course, we don't know what the results will be. But if today's by-poll result is any indication, the signs are not particularly good for Mr. Kejriwal. The problem is that Mr. Kejriwal has made more accusations about his political opponents than he has been able to actually, than the list of his achievements.
Right.
So I think the main thing is that when a politician loses his credibility, because there was a time when his credibility was so high that anything he said about any other politician was instantly believed. But today he is in the dock himself,
right,
where he is having to sort of face up to those charges.
All right, I'm going to take closing comments. Just a couple of more minutes left on the broadcast. Anupam, what do you think of the MCD elections now? Do you think Arvind Kejriwal is going to regroup, re-strategize? And what about Swaraj India? What are your plans?
Right, as per the MCD elections go, the BJP has ruled the MCD for the last 10 years. And the most critical of issues, the real people's issues in Delhi, when we talk of, when you speak to anyone walking on the road, you'll come to know the real issues in Delhi is garbage, the recurring problem of malaria, dengue, chikungunya, the problem of air pollution, air quality index, which worsened to such low levels last year, and the center and the center of all these is cleanliness.
Right.
These problems are there because Delhi is not clean. And MCD is the government which should have been in action if Delhi was clean. So the fault lies completely with the BJP, which has been ruling MCD for the last 10 years. Ideally, the agenda for these elections should have been cleanliness, should have been the BJP rule of the last 10 years.
Right.
But probably because of the misadventures of the Aam Aadmi Party is always at the center of any political agenda. But ideally, and the Aam Aadmi Party, BJP and the Congress, they have all been talking, and they have all been trying to get Delhi rid of each other. You asked what Swaraj India is planning to do.
That's right.
We are planning and we are committed to get Delhi rid of garbage, dirt. We have planned. Probably no one is talking about any plan about how to do it. Maybe parties.
Swaraj India has a plan.
Swaraj India has a plan.
Okay.
We released a vision document a couple of weeks ago. We are planning to release our detailed manifesto.
Right.
We have expert team working on it. And the unfortunate part that the national capital, the capital of India, probably mini India.
Right. So I get your point, Anupam. Swaraj India has a plan. What has the BJP done, when it was in power? Of course, it seems to be on a winning streak right now. Nupur, what would you like to say? How are you looking at the MCD polls? What are the BJP's plans? Very quickly, I have about 2 minutes to take reactions from everybody.
Honestly, BJP was in no doubt in the MCD for 10 years, but then we also know that before the government like Aam Aadmi Party came into power, it was all good. And they have been, for various years, MCD was with another party and Delhi government was with another party with no sort of confrontation as we get to see today in Delhi, in the politics of Delhi today. But as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, ever since they came about, Delhi has become filthy because they have stopped releasing payments of even Safai Karamcharis. How do you expect one of the most poorest people living in Delhi, the poorest section living in Delhi, to survive without money but to work twice or thrice a day? I mean, this is the most harshest punishment that the Aam Aadmi Party government could give to the Safai Karamcharis by not releasing, forget 7th pay commission salaries, even 4th pay commission salaries, and withholding money and misusing it for their own personal use, like traveling abroad
Point taken, Nupur. Point taken. Very quickly, I'll have to go to Prerna Singh of the Congress. Prerna, you in Delhi, you lost to the Aam Aadmi Party and now to the BJP. Is the Congress concerned about its future there?
See, I would agree to some extent with Nupur that yes, situation has gone worse after Aam Aadmi Party came into power, and worst was when we could not even release the salaries of Safai Karamcharis. But BJP has been in power in MCD for last 10 years and they have done nothing, absolutely nothing to improve the situation of MCD. MCD is in the worst financial crisis today and BJP cannot run away from its responsibility because they were in power. And their leadership knows that BJP has failed completely in MCD, and that's the reason they had to take the decision of removing all the 272 councillors and getting the new people in. BJP themselves know that they have failed. Aam Aadmi Party has completely failed in Delhi government, and now people are again gaining confidence in Congress, and we have a plan that how we are going to make Delhi garbage free, how are we going to make MCD financially independent, and what plans we have for MCD schools and MCD
All right, Prerna. So scandals have cost Arvind Kejriwal his party. The BJP seems to be the biggest gainer if you were to look at the by-poll results. The Congress in a comeback mode. We'll really have to wait and watch in just 10 days from now what happens in the MCD elections, if these are any indicators that one should go by. I'd like to thank Prerna Singh, Anupam of Swaraj India, Ms. Smita Gupta and Nupur Sharma of the BJP for joining me on the show on India Prime Time for a short break. News and updates continue right here on WION. Stay tuned.